Hi everyone and welcome to 504. My name is Kate Rowland. I'll be facilitating the course this summer. And we have a wonderful TA working with us, Andrea Miller. So I'll get her to post an introductory post on the discussion forum so you can kind of get to know her, her expertise, and what she brings to the course. So this course really focuses on social environmental factors and the impact of health in the community. So we'll talk about social determinants, the social environmental understandings of health, and some of the policies that shape our lives and health in those areas. So we'll focus on urban and natural environments, we'll talk about global and community health, we'll talk about health equity and environmental justice, and really thinking about the physical, the social, the economic and cultural environments that really take place where people lead their lives and can have an impact on health. So we'll explore kind of healthy public policy and how that can be used to manage public health concerns. So before we get started with the course, there is in the syllabus a list of a few readings just to kind of reflect on and to give you a bit of background knowledge. So making sure that you understand the core competencies for public health, make sure that you kind of take a brief review for the Public Health Act for your home province so you can see how some of these things play out. So the course is online, obviously, and so there are a few components with respect to course delivery. So each week you'll be asked to read a weekly note, and that will kind of draw your attention to the kind of the objectives, the learning objectives for the week, and we'll kind of draw some of the readings together. So you'll have a reading note, which is kind of like a summary document of the directions for the week. At the end of the weekly note will be a listing of usually around 6 readings. Sometimes they're media, sometimes they're policy documents, sometimes they're videos. And so those are the learning components for that week. So those are also listed in the course syllabus. So I'll ask you to read the weekly notes to give you some direction to help you prepare for the readings, so you kind of know what you're looking to take away from the readings. And then I'll ask you to read the readings that are posted. And then the next component is an online discussion component. And so if you've been taking online courses with public health, then this should be fairly familiar to you. How this course is set up is that we'll be divided into smaller groups of about 5 or 6 people. And so each group, each week, will be asked to discuss a case study or integrate a question or talk about some assessment tools or practice planning. And so each week, the groups may be assigned the same question, they may be assigned different questions, and there'll be a facilitator assigned for each week as part of the group. So once kind of, I guess maybe a little bit later this week, I'll post the group assignments, and as well I'll post which week each of you will be a facilitator for the group, and it'll likely be twice. And so what will happen is that there'll be a question or a case study or something posted in the discussion forum, and the facilitator will have to provide about a 200 to 250 word answer to that question to get the group started. And so the questions, the weeks start on Monday, and so the facilitator will be asked to post their initial comment or answer or description by Wednesday at 9 a.m. And then the rest of the group will be able to chime in, will be in discussion with each other, we'll be answering the facilitator's questions and kind of just engaging in discussion for the rest of the week until Sunday. So I ask the group members to engage about 2 to 3 times and try and keep your responses about 150 to 200 words. We want this to kind of flow like a conversation rather than a bunch of essay-style questions. And the facilitator will be asked to log in every day the week that they're assigned to be the facilitator and just kind of keep up with the discussion. So to kind of provide some probes for the questions or clarification or further discussion in a different way or answer any questions. And so just, kind of keeping on top of the discussion and keeping it moving and just drawing on any interesting topics that get brought up. So everyone will be a facilitator at least once, most likely twice. And then the weeks that you're not a facilitator, you'll be engaged in the discussion. So I'll just be looking at your ability to really critically reflect on the course material, to contribute to the discussion, to kind of synthesize the literature, to draw on your own experience or current events, and just kind of use this as an opportunity to let the material land for you and really integrate the material, because a lot of online courses are very passive knowledge delivery, right? You're just most likely reading or watching some videos, and so being able to engage in discussion with each other will really help the material land for you and help you integrate it. So that's kind of the weekly, I guess the weekly expectations. And then there are 3 assignments in the course. So the first one is a policy briefing note. So we'll be writing a briefing note to the Ministry of Health. It's a 2-page briefing note, and there's a template on the course basis site, and there's also a frequently asked question document to help direct your choice of topic. And so you'll be writing an informing briefing note for the Ministry of Health, and you'll be choosing a topic that is typically considered outside of the mandate of the Ministry of Health, and really explaining why that topic has an impact on health and why the Ministry of Health should maybe pay attention to that topic. The second assignment is a health impact assessment and a logic model, and so you can do equity or environment focus, and you'll be working in pairs for this assignment. It's a 20-page assignment, and you won't actually be conducting a health impact assessment. You'll be planning for a health impact assessment. So you'll be doing the first 3 steps, the screening and the scoping pieces, and some of the assessment planning. So you'll be choosing a policy that is, considered typically outside of health, and talking about how that can impact health. And so you'll be drawing on what health outcomes are impacted, what stakeholders and groups are involved, and you'll be developing a logic model to kind of link all of those concepts together. And so again, with that assignment, you'll be doing that as a partnership, so there'll be 2 people involved, and you'll be working together on developing the topic and writing the assignment. And so I think I'll let you pick your own partners for that assignment, but if you don't have a partner, then you can just let me know and I can start to pair people up as well. And then the third assignment is an advocacy assignment. So I'm asking you to record a video or narrate a PowerPoint or Prezi, or however fits your skill level. But I'm looking for you to kind of create a message about environmental healthy public policy. So where do we want to advocate for change? And just looking for you to kind of present information in that way, in a bit of a different format than all the writing that you'll be doing all semester. So you can email me if you have any questions throughout the term. I'll answer your email within 24 hours between Monday and Friday. On the weekends, it might take me a little bit longer. I'll do my best. But I'm happy to meet. I'm currently on campus, or if you're in Victoria, we can find a time to meet. I'm happy to have a phone conversation, a Skype or a FaceTime conversation to help kind of guide you through this course. And so it's a really, really fun course. I really enjoy the content, and I hope you too. So I'm looking forward to working with you this semester, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.